Hello everybody, it's me Carmine DeStefano, the Bookman.
They call him the Bookman, his rants never end. He's angry and he's loud and he has a lot of friends. If you have Alyssa Milano's number, you can always send it to Carmine DeStefano, the Bookman.
That song don't make no sense.
Hello everybody, it's me Carmine DeStefano, the Bookman. In 1984, James Cameron gave us a sci-fi thriller about a helpless protagonist running from a monstrous machine. That movie was called Terminator, which turned out to become a classic, which then spawned the legendary sequel in 1992 called Terminator 2: Judgment Day, where they introduced the heroic human resistance leader John Connor as he was being protected by one of those machines. Then, in 2003, John was again protected by that same machine in the less than stellar third installment called Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines. A lot of people had a problem with that, but if you ask me, a naked Kristanna Loken is always good. Then in 2009, Warner Brothers gave us the next movie in line, which was actually before the first movie really started, so it's kind of a prequel, while being a sequel, and Terminator Salvation. How would the fourth one turn out? Well, let's take a look at it together, shall we? Movie opens in a prison during the modern day, where Marcus, played by Sam Worthington, is prepared to meet his death sentence. He then makes a deal to donate his body for research. Afterwards, he receives his lethal injection. Cut to the post-apocalyptic future, where the human resistance is facing off against the machines. Amongst the soldiers of man is...
Swear to me!
John Connor infiltrates the enemy base and finds captured imprisoned humans. He also sees...
Come in, Jericho. Connor, get your ass topside. Remind those men they need to answer me on the radio, even if they're dead.
He's then about to return to the human base when...
Hey, Connor, we're trying to get topside.
He staves off the T-600 attack. Afterwards, Marcus awakens, nude and covered in mud.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
He gets some clothes, then moves on. John Connor is then debriefed and reprimanded by his superiors. They then mention a signal that disrupts the machine's input. Though it seems adequate, John Connor never heard of such a thing from his mother. He confides his uncertainties with his wife, played by Bryce Dallas Howard. Marcus goes out to a wrecked street. He's attacked by a T-600, then rescued by...
Come with me if you want to live.
I wonder where they got that line from.
Come with me if you want to live.
And who is your daddy, Connor? Kyle Reese is still not of the Resistance, but he fights for the Resistance. In their home base, Connor, along with his crew, tests out the signal. It seems to work. Back on the streets, Kyle Reese, Marcus, and this child are being attacked by machines while traveling to the Resistance base where they are. They come across a seemingly abandoned food mart. Unfortunately, it's protected by nutball fanatics. However, there is an old woman that seems to lead this crew who helps them get some food. This is interrupted when they're captured by the biggest fucking robot ever. Jesus, why didn't Skynet just send those things after everybody? They think they blew it up, but fire won't do dick to this thing. They try to escape, but the monstrosity abducts Kyle along with Child, then dumps them in this transport. Fortunately, Resistance fighters are on the scene. Unfortunately, they're not good fighters, which means they get blown up pretty quick. One of them manages to escape. This just happens to be Blair, played by Moon Bloodgood. And that's it. Yes, I will. Marcus and Blair begin to get comfy with one another. Then...
Just some antibiotics?
Antibiotics hard to come by these days.
he makes a fair point.
Listen, I don't have much, but you're welcome to whatever you need.
We've been watching you.
I would too.
Come on, guys. The machines are the enemy. We're all on the same side.
No.
That wouldn't be enough for me either. She tries to fight them off. Unfortunately, she's overwhelmed. Fortunately, Marcus, of course, protects her. They then get cozy with one another. Blair takes Marcus to the Resistance base. Things seem to be going well. Until... it turns out Marcus is not what he thinks he is. What is he exactly? That. As you'd expect, Blair helps Marcus escape, even risking her life to do so. Marcus is then met with Connor once again. He convinces Connor Kyle Reese needs his help, so he can infiltrate the Skynet base while Connor rescues Kyle. Knowing Kyle Reese is about to be killed by the Resistance forces, Connor pleads his case. His superiors tear down his appeal, then strip him of his title. You ungrateful pricks! After all he did for you, that's how you treat him? I say this to you.
You son of a bitch!
I'll be back.
Now that line sounds familiar as well.
I'll be back.
John Connor uses his advanced skills to infiltrate the main Skynet headquarters. Marcus uses his hardware to bypass security for Connor. Connor gets into the headquarters to find Reese. While doing so, he frees a bunch of prisoners. As he's searching for Kyle, Skynet database reveals to Marcus he was a prototype recon droid sent out to find and assist the killing of John Connor. It also reveals the signal is a fake. It's just pinpointing the location of the troops attacking Skynet so the robots can blow it up. This thing was all set up to kill Connor. How will Connor get his?
Stop it!
Marcus dumps Skynet connection to help John and Kyle, who finally meet, then try to escape. They find tons of T-800s being made. They locate the nuclear core of these machines, then rig them to blow. But Arnold's back to finish the job. It whoops John's ass for a while until Marcus jumps in to save the day. As he fights the T-800, John prepares to blow the manufacturing facility. The T-800 bashes in Marcus's beating heart to apparently kill him. Then pulls this gag.
He kills me. What a zany. What a knucklehead. What a dope.
Connor scalds the T-800, freezes the T-800. Somehow the T-800 is still around to drive a metal pike through Connor's chest. Marcus destroys the machine. Quickly, Resistance troops get to Connor to save him before he blows up the facility. Connor is then dying on a medical bed. His heart is giving away. Too many valuable people could be sacrificed for a transplant. Marcus donates his shitty ticker that was jarred to a complete stop not too long before. But in the end, Connor lives to fight another day. And that's pretty much it. So what did I think of this movie? It's a good addition to the saga. It's a well thought out seamless sequel and prequel simultaneously. Though it's the next in line of the franchise, it gives clever background to the T-800 development, Kyle Reese's and John's meeting, and does all this while advancing the story. It's well written and well performed. Everyone played their roles really well, especially Christian Bale. Say what you want about this guy going apeshit on stagehands, he is a sick actor. As was Sam Worthington and the other casts. Although she's a prominent actress, Bryce Dallas Howard does a good job of staying in the background. You know she's there, she acts out her parts well, but she doesn't take over the scene or chew it up either. Though Moon and Sam's relationship was predictable, it still helped carry along the storyline as well as the resolution of the dilemma. Besides, humans are predictable. If this woman was trying to get with any of us men, we'd go after it too. I liked how the movie respectively paid homage to the preceding movies without going overboard. It wasn't just a jamboree of cheesy nostalgia for the fanatics. There were a couple of lines here, and seeing Arnold as a young man was pretty cool as well. Good touch to the latest movie. Overall, it's a good movie that I would recommend whether or not you've seen the other three. In fact, it's probably best if you saw this one first, since you already know where the other three are headed, and it sort of is a prequel in the sense that it introduces Kyle Reese, John Connor, and all of the characters you learned about while watching the first three. If that at all makes any sense. If it doesn't, watch it anyway. And thank you all for watching. I have more for you soon to come, so stay tuned, take care, and have a great day.
I'll be back.